सिर्फ डीडी नेशनल।
Hello and a very warm good afternoon to all the listeners of All India Radio. And the big news coming in over here today is that Australia have gone on to win the ICC Women's World Cup 2022 trophy for a record extending seventh time by defeating England by a margin of 71 runs. मैं हूँ साक्षी मांडवाल दोस्तों और आप सभी का स्वागत करना चाहूंगी player of the match में. I'm joined in the studio over here today by my dear friend and co-host Amit Arora. Very good afternoon, Amit.
Good afternoon to you. Congratulations to Australia. They remain unbeaten in the 2022 edition of the ICC Women's World Cup. What a match we have seen. So many runs scored. First, we had the century from Healy and then Nat Siva, 148 not out. This has been an outstanding final. And let's discuss more about it. We're joined by Jaya Sharma, former international cricketer. Welcome.
Thank you, Ram.
And G. Rajaraman, sports journalist.
Thank you, Amit.
We've got the player of the match speaking right now. So let's listen in to Elisa Healy.
Speaking at the right time, you never know what's going to happen. So, it's a very professional chat in there, and full credit to the bowlers. They held their nerve. Nancy was played an outstanding innings there. I thought she might have potentially gone over the line, but no, it was just a good game for cricket.
How much fun did you have out there batting at the end?
Yeah, I was a little bit tired. I don't know if you can tell. I haven't batted that long forever. So, it was just nice to get out there, put a good total on the board. It's obviously what we want to do, especially when you're being sent in, to get out there, put a big total on the board, and we did just that. So, proud of the batting group. I've been proud of them this whole trip, so it was nice to finish off well.
How's the hit?
I think 2 beers are as good as any paracetamol, so find me later.
Now, you celebrate hard. I imagine that you're going to lead the celebration. What's in store for this Australian team after this?
All right, I'm going to Queenstown, so come find me down there. But I think everyone's just worked really, really hard for this. It's been a long 5-year wait to come here and try and win a title that people kept saying that we should have had. So full credit to the girls. I think we'll just sit back and reflect on what an amazing 3 months it's been on the road. We've done some amazing things. So I think the girls deserve to let their hair down a little. Test negative on a wrap so they can go home. But I think let their hair down a little bit.
All right, well done and enjoy the celebrations. Nat, who have you got?
I'm lucky enough to be with the young Alana King, 3 for 64 in a final. You made your ODI debut just this year. If somebody told you at the end of last year you'd be a World Cup winner, what would you have said?
No, I told them they're joking and they're probably saying something that they probably shouldn't. But look, I'm just so proud of this team to win the way we did, to go 9-0 in this tournament. That just shows the character that this
Well, that was a very, very happy Alana King out there. हमने देखा किस खूबसूरती से आज ऑस्ट्रेलियंस के चेहरे पे जो खुशी नज़र आ रही है वो जायज़ है राजा. खासतौर से अगर अलाना किंग की बात करें, दिस यंग गर्ल 10 overs 64 runs 3 wickets. She said कि अगर कोई कुछ साल पहले मुझसे बात कहता मैं यकीन भी ना करती कि I can achieve
देखिए
this feat.
साक्षी, अगर किंग की बात हो रही है और हीली की नहीं बात हो रही है, एलिसा हीली की नहीं बात हो रही है, इट टेल्स यू ऑफ द काइंड ऑफ परफॉर्मेंस दैट किंग हैज टर्न्ड इन under pressure. She knows that they're going to go after her, but she still picked up 3 wickets. But I think today it was all about Elisa Healy and about Mooney and Haynes. I think they gave Australia the platform from which to dream about a 7th title. And they've gone about doing their job in a very professional manner, very clinical. लगता है कि because there was a 148 not out, it looks like there was a contest, but it was really a no contest.
जी, शानदार जीत जाया ऑस्ट्रेलिया की.
Definitely, they have been quite good. I mean, great throughout the tournament, and on drought, सारे World Cup के games जीतना, league game, then knockouts. I think commendable, and this shows the dominance of Australian team. The way they are playing, I think they have got great batters, they have got great bowlers. Now Alana King has stepped up to the occasion, so I think that shows that world dominance goes with Australia.
जी, और हम अपने श्रोताओं को बता दें कि आप हमारे साथ इस समय कॉल के जरिए जुड़ भी सकते हैं. नंबर्स हम आपको पहले ही बता चुके हैं. 01126497024, 01126497023. और हमारे साथ इसमें एक श्रोता जुड़ भी चुके हैं. नमस्कार, गुड आफ्टरनून.
गुड आफ्टरनून मैम.
क्या नाम है आपका, कहाँ से कॉल कर रहे हैं?
मैम मैं विकास बोल रहा हूँ पानीपत हरियाणा से.
विकास, वेलकम टू आवर शो. क्या पूछना चाहते हैं, क्या कहना चाहते हैं आप?
जी मतलब इट वाज nice batting performance by only one batter from the England. So what was the attitude that was lacking in a top order of the England batsmen, because their run rate was good. I mean, why couldn't they stay on the wicket?
Why
जी,
couldn't they stay in the wicket?
शुक्रिया.
हाँ जी.
राजा, बहुत अच्छी इनिंग्स सिवर ने खेली, 148 नॉट आउट. उसके बाद दूसरा हाईएस्ट स्कोर इंग्लैंड में 27. तो बाकी बल्लेबाज क्यों नहीं कर पाए?
I think credit to Australian bowlers. सपाट पिच में they forced mistakes on England, and also like we talked before, Amit, pressure was always on England. Or this was the only difference. You had a brilliant partnership, not only one, 2 partnerships in the Australian innings, and England struggled to put together a partnership. It tells you that if Skipper could score 148 not out and the next highest is 27 and 26 and 21, so everybody's got into 20s. They've got starts, but they needed to build on it and play a good innings. Unfortunately, that was never going to happen because of the pressure that they were on. I think यही गलती हुई है इंग्लैंड से.
जी, एक और श्रोता है इस समय फोन लाइन पर. हेलो.
हेलो
जी, नमस्कार.
हाँ नमस्कार सर.
अपना नाम बताइए.
मेरा नाम अरविंद कुमार है. मैं बुनाना से बुनाना गाँव से बोल रहा हूँ.
जी, क्या पूछना चाहते हैं?
मैं ये पूछना चाहता हूँ कि आज इंग्लैंड की गेंदबाजी बहुत खराब रही.
आपको लगता है ऑस्ट्रेलिया को बहुत ज्यादा रन्स बनाने दिए?
हाँ सर.
पर बधाई देंगे आप ऑस्ट्रेलिया को, 7वीं बार विश्व कप जीता है.
हाँ बधाई.
बधाई तो बनती है जया. इंग्लैंड ने लेकिन ज्यादा रन दे दिए थे.
देखिए, इंग्लैंड आउटप्लेड रहा. अब पूरा मैच अगर देखें तो ऑस्ट्रेलिया ने कोई मौका नहीं दिया, उन्हें कोई गुंजाइश नहीं छोड़ी थी. और जो हम अभी बात कर रहे थे कि जो इंग्लैंड बैटर्स हैं, दे वर नॉट एबल टू प्रोड्यूस पार्टनरशिप्स. आई थिंक आई वुड गिव क्रेडिट टू मेगन शूट हियर. The way she was moving the ball and the delivery that took the wicket of Danny White was unplayable
बहुत
delivery.
जल्दी भी कर दिया ब्रेक थ्रू.
जी बिल्कुल, क्योंकि that was we generally don't see unplayable deliveries, and that too on these kind of surfaces. But I think that was a very unplayable delivery, and Danny White का वहाँ रहना, क्योंकि वो स्कोर कर चुकी थी पिछले मैच में. I think they lost their way there.
राइट, जो बात अभी यहाँ पे राजा जया ने कही कि डैनियल वाइट का वहाँ पे रहना बहुत ज़रूरी था. लेट्स ऑल्सो लुक एट द फैक्ट कि वी हैड ओनली वन प्लेयर, नैटली शाइवर, जिन्होंने 148 नॉट आउट बनाए. एक बार फिर से टीम के अंदर हमने देखा कि पार्टनरशिप तो बनी नहीं, बट प्रेशर के अंदर भी आ गए ये लोग.
I think Jaya spoke about Megan Shute. She picked up a second wicket as well, Beaumont. and I think that really put England on the back foot. After which they were just playing catch up. कि 43 overs खेलेंगे कि 40 overs खेलेंगे कि 50 overs खेलेंगे. Delaying the inevitable यही हुआ है. The only thing England won today was the toss.
एब्सोल्युटली.
Well, so they
तो
lost
आज का
somewhere.
जो सार है वो यही निकला कि टॉस तो इंग्लैंड ने जीता, लेकिन इस पर भी डिबेट होगी कि क्या इतने बड़े फाइनल में हेदर नाइट को पहले बॉलिंग करनी चाहिए थी. ऑस्ट्रेलिया ने 356 रन बना दिए, जवाब में इंग्लैंड की पूरी पारी 285 पे आउट हो गई. लेकिन क्योंकि कार्यक्रम प्लेयर ऑफ द मैच है, जय और राजा, मैं आपसे पूछूंगा, जो उनके हस्बैंड हैं मिच स्टार्क, वो वहाँ ग्राउंड पर थे, तो वो चाहते तो आईपीएल भी खेल सकते थे, लेकिन you think family comes first and this is very nice?
Yes, definitely. I mean, you look for support. I mean, these are times because last जो edition था World Cup का, उसमें ऑस्ट्रेलिया सेमीफाइनल में बाहर हो गई थी. And I think they were trying to get this win. And definitely जब आपके कोई family member होते हैं, husband होते हैं या spouse या कोई भी होता है, तो वो एक अलग एक खुशी रहती है, एक सपोर्ट रहता है. एंड आई थिंक उस चीज़ को जस्टिफाई भी किया वहाँ पे एलिस हिली ने, जिस तरीके से बल्लेबाजी करी.
Also, let's talk about the fact that Australia has now almost become like an invincible team, Raja. 7th time record extending ICC World Cup champions बन चुके हैं ये. It's almost looking like an invincible team. In fact, it is.
Not really. We'll have to believe that teams have come close to beating Australia. Bangladesh, for example, put Australia on the back foot, 40 for 4. India is the only side that has beaten Australia in the last couple of years. They've lost only 5 games in 5 years. But when you see Australia, when under pressure, they crumble. And nobody put them under pressure in this whole tournament except Bangladesh. They didn't have the bandwidth to go through and win a match against Australia. But they showed that Australia is also vulnerable. ये खेल है, और खेल में एक टीम डोमिनेट करते हुए लगती है, लेकिन that team also could have been beaten. And I've always believed that India was the only side that is capable of beating Australia in this tournament.
जी, एक और कॉलर है इस समय फोन लाइन पर. हेलो.
हेलो
जी नमस्कार.
सर, मेरा नाम पंकज कुमार है.
कहाँ से बोल रहे हैं पंकज?
मैं सर मुरादपुर से बोल रहा हूँ.
ये मुरादपुर कौन से राज्य में पड़ता है?
ये झुंझुनू जिले में पड़ता है.
अच्छा, बताइए.
ये मैं कहना चाहता हूँ कि जो इंग्लैंड और जो ऑस्ट्रेलिया की टीमें हैं, उन्होंने बहुत शानदार प्रदर्शन किया आज.
अच्छा.
तो मैं ऑस्ट्रेलिया टीम को बधाई देना चाहता हूँ.
जी, बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया.
इंग्लैंड की टीम है, उसको निराश नहीं होना चाहिए.
जी, इंग्लैंड को निराश नहीं होना चाहिए.
हाँ, जो क्या कि इंग्लैंड की टीम ने जो रनों का लक्ष्य बहुत ही अच्छी तरह से किया था, भले ही उनके विकेट हो गए, उनके 9 विकेट हो गए उनके.
जी बिल्कुल, अच्छी चुनौती दी जया इंग्लैंड ने.
यस, अच्छा हुआ कि अमित ये मैच पिछले सेमीफाइनल्स के जैसा नहीं हुआ, क्योंकि नहीं तो दिल बहुत टूट जाता. बट यस, इंग्लैंड ने ट्राई किया कि वो वापसी करें, हर बार वापसी करें. स्किवर ने जिस तरीके से बैटिंग करी है, आई थिंक शी नीडेड अ पार्टनर ऑन अदर साइड. और अगर वो होता तो माइट बी गेम इससे भी ज्यादा क्लोज आ सकता.
ऑस्ट्रेलिया नेट सिवर को आउट क्यों नहीं कर पाती? यहाँ भी 148 नाबाद और ग्रुप स्टेज में भी 109 नाबाद.
नहीं, एक कभी कभी ऐसा होता है कि एक प्लेयर एक पर्टिकुलर टीम के अगेंस्ट जरूर चलता है, और वही शायद नैट स्किवर ने दिखाया कि लीग स्टेज में भी उन्होंने परफॉर्म किया था. एंड यू गेट दैट रिदम गोइंग विद पर्टिकुलर बॉलर्स. सो आई थिंक दैट्स हाउ.
राइट. और हमारे साथ इसमें एक और कॉलर जुड़ चुके हैं. नमस्कार, गुड आफ्टरनून. हेलो. हेलो. वेल, आई थिंक दे विल रिकनेक्ट बैक विद अस. लेकिन यहाँ पर हम बात कर रहे थे कि नैट सिवर को कैसे आउट नहीं कर पाती इंग्लैंड की टीम. राजा, लेट्स आल्सो लुक एट द फैक्ट, एक बात जो अभी उठी कि अगर इनके पास विकेट्स और होते तो दो इंग्लैंड लॉस्ट विद रिस्पेक्ट टुडे, they could have had an outside chance, do you think, अगर इनके पास विकेट्स होते, because गेंदें बची हुई थी?
They would have had a very good chance of winning the game had they not lost so many wickets at the top and so frequently. I think what she played was an outstanding innings. She was toying with the Australian bowling, and this is not something that we say of every other batter. So Nat Shiver can go home with pride. बट कोई भी खिलाड़ी को ना खुशी नहीं होता है जब शतक भी जमा लो, 5 विकेट भी ले लो और अपनी टीम हारती है, तो दे डोंट फील वेरी प्राउड फॉर द टीम. देयर विल बी सम कंसोलेशन, लेकिन इट्स अ वेरी माइनर वन फॉर देम. अगर आप कोई भी खिलाड़ी से पूछ लो तो आई थिंक इट्स अ बिट ऑफ अ स्ट्रगल फॉर देम टू एक्सेप्ट द फैक्ट दैट देयर टीम हैज लॉस्ट.
जी, एक और क्रिकेट प्रेमी है इस समय हमारे साथ फोन लाइन पर. हेलो. हेलो.
हेलो.
जी नमस्कार, कौन बोल रहे हैं?
मेरा नाम वाई वेंकट रेड्डी,
जी
गांव
वेंकट।
नकवरम, जिला सूर्यापेट, तेलंगाना से बोल रहा हूँ।
हाँ जी।
नायब श्रीवर ने क्रिकेट चाहने वालों की सभी दिलें जीत गई।
जी
ऑस्ट्रेलिया की टीम को मैं कांग्रेट्स कह रहा हूँ।
जी
साथ ही साथ आकाशवाणी को मैं धन्यवाद दे रहा हूँ।
शुक्रिया।
मैं एक ब्लाइंड पर्सन बाई बर्थ, मुझको पढ़ना लिखना नहीं आता,
जी।
लेकिन मैं सिर्फ और सिर्फ रेडियो के माध्यम से हिंदी और अंग्रेजी को जानने लगा। आजकल थोड़ा थोड़ा हिंदी में बात करने लगा, आप सभी से क्वेश्चंस करने लगा। आपने मुझको बहुत चांसेस दे रहे हैं, इसलिए मैं ऑल इंडिया रेडियो को आप सभी को धन्यवाद कह रहा हूँ।
जी धन्यवाद, आपका भी बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद, सभी श्रोताओं का धन्यवाद। और आपको बताना चाहेंगे वेंकट कि
इसी तरह आप और मेरे संबंध आप और मेरे ये कनेक्शन यही तरह पहले थी की तरह होना चाहिए।
जी बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया इस हौसला अफजाई के लिए। और प्रेजेंटेशन सेरेमनी भी कुछ ही पलों में शुरू हो जाएगी, जहां पर सम्मानित किया जाएगा और कब भी दिया जाएगा। लेकिन वो लम्हा बड़ा अच्छा था प्रेजेंटेशन सेरेमनी में, जहां पर अंपायर्स को पहले सम्मानित किया गया और उसमें भारत की मैच रेफरी लक्ष्मी भी थी।
जी बिल्कुल। मुझे बहुत ही खुशी हुई कि एटलीस्ट कोई इंडियन तो है जो डायर्स पे पहुंचा वर्ल्ड कप में।
कोई इंडियन तो है जो डाइस पर पहुंचा, लेकिन हम देख सकते हैं कि खुशी का माहौल है बिकॉज द प्रेजेंटेशन सेरेमनी हैज नाउ स्टार्टेड। लेट्स टेक यू डायरेक्टली टू इट।
Never would I have thought that, but really pleasing to be able to do it. I guess having that self-belief, knowing that you can do it, and just keep battling through the tough times was ever important. So I just really enjoyed being out there.
We really enjoyed watching you as well. Thanks for the entertainment today and right across the tournament. Congratulations on both awards.
Thanks, Jim.
जी ये जो पुरस्कार अभी दिया गया है ये प्लेयर ऑफ द टूर्नामेंट के लिए था, जो भी एलिसा हीली को ही गया है। और इन्होंने 2022 वर्ल्ड कप के संस्करण में 500 से ज़्यादा रन बनाए हैं, 509। और ये करने वाली ये पहली ऐसी क्रिकेटर हैं जिन्होंने 500 से ज़्यादा रन बनाए हैं महिला क्रिकेट में। तो प्लेयर ऑफ द मैच तो बनी है जया, प्लेयर ऑफ द टूर्नामेंट भी एलिसा हीली।
जी और कितनी बड़ी बात है कि आपकी जब आप एफर्ट डालते हैं उस चीज़ को रिकॉग्निशन मिलना, और दैट टू ऑन दिस स्टेज, आई थिंक दैट इज रियली कमेंडेबल एंड शी टोटली डिजर्व्स दैट।
But when Jaya says she deserves, is it only batting? How good is she as a keeper?
She's been terrific.
Okay.
But my heart reaches out to all those bowlers who toiled very hard over a month. मैं हमेशा गेंदबाजों की ओर सबका फोकस ले जाना चाहता हूँ. इट्स नॉट एन ईजी टास्क. आपके हाथ में बल्ला दे दें तो शॉट खेलना शायद आसान होगा, लेकिन हाथ को ऊपर से लेकर आना और फिर गेंदबाजी करना, difficult task. So I truly hope that whoever was adjudicating would have kept.
Who were the other contenders for player of the tournament?
When you have 20 wickets, you're a contender.
Ecclestone, 21 wickets.
Sophie Ecclestone is a leading contender, but no longer. I mean, आपने फैसला ले ही लिया है. There's so many bowlers who have done well. One of them could have been actually encouraged to, because it's not an easy profession to be in, being a bowler. It's an unnatural action that body action that they go through. They put themselves through so much trouble. I don't know. Jaya has been a batter, so she might
Yes,
not like
in fact,
that
brings
very
to
much.
mind राजा की हम ये बात पहले भी एक बार कर चुके हैं जब हमने यही एंगल डिस्कस किया था कि क्या अगर बैटर को दिया जा रहा है तो उसके कंपैरिजन में बॉलर की जो अहमियत है उसको भी वैल्यू मिलना चाहिए टू गेट द प्लेयर ऑफ द मैच इक्वल इंपॉर्टेंस. बट क्लियरली यहाँ पे आज अलीसा हेली को दिया गया. योर टेक ऑन इट, हाउ मच इंपॉर्टेंस शुड अ बॉलर ऑल्सो गेट?
I think it depends upon the impact that a bowler or a player, any for that matter, puts in the match. Because today's inning from Elisa Healy was exceptional, and she not only took the game away from England, but she took her side towards the victory. And I guess because Sophie Ecclestone की बात करें, लास्ट वाले गेम में जो उनको 6 विकेटें मिले थे, जैसे मैंने पहले भी बोला था, 2 बड़ी विकेटें थी उसमें, लेकिन बाकी के टेल उन्होंने विकेट्स ली थी. तो इम्पैक्ट के ऊपर डिपेंड करता है कि मैच में उसका कितना पिवटल रोल है.
Gee, Raja, as Heather Knight expresses herself, and you have the runners-up queued up for their medals, what goes through their mind? This is not easy, right? You were there with a campaign to win the cup. Or do you get satisfied by being at number 2 as well?
You can't be satisfied, especially if you are defending champions.
Yes.
आपने पिछली बार जीता था और यहाँ आकर हारना फाइनल में, वो भी ऑस्ट्रेलिया के खिलाफ. I don't think they can tell themselves anything that can lift their morale. सिल्वर मेडल तो सिल्वर मेडल होता है, लेकिन they would have wanted gold. They would have wanted the world.
And your memories of standing in that line in 2005?
And that's what it just crossed
You're
my
such
mind.
a naughty
I mean.
guy. You have to remind them of.
But still, that's a proud feeling. I mean, to reach the finals, of the World Cup.
Yes.
I think the only difference which we faced in that particular tournament was everyone was like, हमें final में पहुंचना है, हमें final में पहुंचना है. No one was like, we have to win the final. We never thought of it's possible.
Yes,
At that moment, with no resources, no BCCI, no facilities, I think that.
But
that
that's
was
the evolution. Now we
Yes.
look at Mission World Cup. That's the evolution.
That's right.
And also the evolution of women's cricket. Raja, एक moment लेते हैं just to also celebrate England. Yes, they are going to be the defending champions, but how they've made a comeback and went on in the tournament to go on winning match after match and then reach this place. They deserve the credit.
Oh, no doubt about that. They've been terrific. They've been great ambassadors for the sport. As pioneers of women's cricket, them and Australia and New Zealand, they've all been very good. But essentially, they would have liked to go on to win the tournament. Yes, they had a very poor start, losing 3 matches in a row, but they believed in themselves. And I think that is the key takeaway that they've given not only for themselves, but for all of us who are watching from outside, that you can be down and out, but you can always bounce back. And the number of times you pull yourself up from the floor and then go and fight, I think that is what England has shown. They've been terrific. Commiserations to them, but yes, they would have liked to take the trophy back home again.
Absolutely. Commiserations to England because they lost to Australia, they lost to South Africa, they lost to West Indies, and who would have thought they would have made to the semi-finals? But then they won 4 games on the trot with 8 points. They came to the top 4, had the semi-finals against the Proteas, got the better of them, and here they were in the finals. What do you make of Heather Knight, the captain? She did lift the World Cup last time. How do you see her maturity in whether it's loss or win, accepting both with grace?
You have to. I mean, you're playing a sport,
Yes.
and you have to be. You have to have that thing that एक टीम जीतेगी, एक हारेगी. So definitely you have to take it in your stride and prepare for the next event and next venture that you have to undertake.
Right, and for Australians, अगर हम देखें, it's of course the biggest day that they would be waiting for. The presentation ceremony, of course, on right now. But Raja, I think that feeling, एक देश जो 7 बार एक टूर्नामेंट जीतता आए, I mean, I believe it would be an emotion जो खिलाड़ी भी खुद अब व्यक्त ना कर पाएंगे कि how are they feeling now? It's been like a journey on and on and on and on and on for them.
It is the nation. It is not the same set of players, Sakshi. You look at Brazil; they have been terrific with winning the World Cup football, but it's not the same set of
Correct.
players.
They keep changing,
So
right.
teams keep changing, and each of them come with different emotions. They come with different pressure. They're able to handle pressure differently. I think that is what this Australian team has shown, that they wanted to win desperately, and to win all 9 games without probably being threatened much other than in the game against Bangladesh. I think it's terrific for them.
Right. And right now we've got the entire team getting the medals, and the captain Meg Lanning is speaking right now, and then she'll hold the cup.
Absolutely. I think we've been extremely consistent over a long period of time, and it's been a massive build up to this tournament. It's been a long time coming. We felt like we've waited a hell of a long time, and to come out and perform so well through the whole tournament, to be honest, is pretty amazing. And I think we deserve the victory today.
I know you hate us talking about 2017, but you made the team sit down and watch that semi-final, and it could be exceptionally hard. But you've reinvented yourselves into this magnificent unit. But it takes a lot, doesn't it? It takes a lot of people to invest in it.
It does, absolutely, and we came over with a squad mentality that we knew we had to have a number of different people contributing, which we've had throughout the tournament, and I think, it's just been so great to see the team evolve over time. We've had some young players come in and perform really well and make an impact straight away, which has been great for the team, great for the more experienced players to keep pushing them to get better, and, off the field, I guess we've had great support from the coaching staff and support staff to get us to this point as well.
And you played some of Australia's best ever knocks. You've seen it as well, but when you cast your mind back to the election today, we don't have words. Can you find some descriptors for us?
Oh, it was incredible. To do it in a World Cup final, I'm probably not surprised, to be fair, because she's done it before, and she's just able to come out and play so well. And some of those shots she was playing was ridiculous, and just to put the ball under pressure at the back end was really important. And I think she set the base really nicely. Something we spoke about a lot of the danger is being patient up front and building the tight ball to really go to the back end, and that was what happened today.
Put that amount of runs on the board, you probably think you scored, you can see the basic strike. Have you nervous at any stage?
Yeah, well, the whole way through. She's an incredible player. Played a really special innings that no one on any other day would potentially be a match for anyone. So, we know England always become harder than we expected a contest today, and we certainly got that.
There's 3 players back home in Australia who were part of this squad originally, had injury, unfortunately. That's probably one of the strengths of the Australian side, isn't it? You've had 3 players, young players step up.
Yeah, it has been. I think Tay, Wilson, and so big shout out to you guys. There's some good yeses in our squad. We've seen Alana King and Darcy Brown come in and dominate and really lift the team, to be honest. So, it's important to have some depth there. You can't rely on 1 or 2 players, and injuries are unfortunately a part of sport, and we went to cover that this time around. We'll celebrate this one, but we haven't looked too far ahead, to be honest. I think it's really important to make sure we, really look back at this period and how successful it's been, because there's been a lot of hard work gone into it. There's no doubt about that. It hasn't been easy. There's been ups and downs through the whole thing, and it's just nice to be able to get to the end of this little block and be able to say we're World Cup champions.
Anyone you'd like to thank?
Yeah, absolutely. Firstly, just thank you to Heather and England for the contest today. You've had a great tournament, and we came into today knowing it would be a very difficult game, so thank you. Thanks to everyone at the ICC and New Zealand Cricket for getting this tournament up. It's been incredible. There's lots of work behind the scenes going on, and it's been great to be a part of. And I'd just like to thank our coaches and support staff who put in so much time and effort behind the scenes to get us up out on the park to be able to play cricket. And we're very thankful and appreciative of all that you do. So thank you very much. And just well done for everything we've done. We'll enjoy this one.
Okay, put the mic down there. Thank you so much. Go over and join the team. Congratulations once again.
A very happy Australian captain, Meg Lanning over there, definitely. She has all the reasons to smile today, Raja. And मुझे आज सुबह याद है कि when we were just watching the game, the commentators were saying, in fact, about her that उनका चेहरा हमेशा stone cold रहता है in a positive way. That she never tends to give out anything from her face or her body language as to what's going on in her mind. But whatever is going on translates just in the perfect way on the field for the team.
Also, I think it's important for the team to understand her body language. शायद हमको बाहर से नजर नहीं आता, but her teammates responded so well to her. I think it's been brilliant. She's been a great leader and deservedly back as captain and leading the side to another victory. I also like the fact that ICC got Lisa Sthalekar, एक और हिंदुस्तानी connection थोड़ा सा. She's an Australian, all right, but she was born in India. Who gave away the medals to the Australians. I think it's very nice कि एक Hall of Fame famer को बुला के बोला है कि आप medals दे दो team को. I think it is some touching gestures, and I think Australia is well deserved of all the medals that they've picked up and of the cup that they've got in their hands now.
जी, और इस समय हेगली ओवल क्राइस्ट चर्च में जो दृश्य है वो ये कि मेगन लैनिंग जो हैं उनके हाथ में वर्ल्ड कप ट्रॉफी है और पूरा स्क्वाड वहाँ पर अपने गले में मेडल्स के साथ, चेहरे पे मुस्कुराहट, सपोर्ट स्टाफ, कोच, और जो फील्ड बनी है वहाँ पर लिखा है कांग्रेचुलेशंस, सेलिब्रेशंस भी हैं. जया, इतिहास में ये दृश्य हमेशा याद रहेगा.
जी बिल्कुल, ये दृश्य तो कभी भी आप नहीं निकाल सकते जहन में से. Congratulations to the Australian team, I guess, and but at the same time I would like to say that England rose from its ashes like a phoenix, and that was, I'm really happy to see the game of cricket where it has reached to the level it has reached to.
And you enjoyed the coverage on All India Radio?
Who doesn't? Tell me something. It's always been brilliant being part of shows like this, Amit. Sharing what one knows, but also understanding from our listeners what they have got to say. They sometimes stump us with some amazing questions. But it's always beautiful to be able to learn from our listeners as well. And I think they are very, very important partners of us, and they have kept us going. And I think we'll have to say thanks to them.
बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया राजा रमन आपका, जय शर्मा आपका. बहुत अच्छा लगा पूरे टूर्नामेंट में ही आपके एनालिसिस और विचार सुनकर.
Thank you. और जो हमारे साथ आते थे, like we had Madan Lal.
जी.
We had Kannan as well. We had so many others. I think each of them brings different things to the table, great qualities to the table. And like I said, learning never stops. Life goes on. Australia आज जीता है, लेकिन our learning continues.
And of course, from the entire team of All India Radio, a big thank you हमारे सारे श्रोताओं को भी जो सुबह 3 बजे हो या सुबह 6 बजे हो हमें कॉल करना नहीं भूलते हैं, हमारे साथ अपने सवाल लेकर आते हैं और क्रिकेट को इतना पैशनेटली फॉलो करते हैं ऑल इंडिया रेडियो के माध्यम से. शुक्रिया हमारे साथ इतने लॉयल श्रोता बने रहने के लिए. एंड टू द एंटायर टीम ऑफ ऑल इंडिया रेडियो, a big thank you for also having us on board. From the entire team of us over here, that is Raja Raman, Jaya Sharma, Amit Arora and me, Sakshi Mandwal. It's
you
a
can't
goodbye.
Forget the production team either.
Yes, indeed. That's yes, totally. Yes, the entire श्रेय इसको हम कह सकते हैं, ये पूरा श्रेय जाता है प्रवीण चंद जी को. एंड इसके साथ ही हम सब की तरह से हमें दीजिए अलविदा. Goodbye. Take care.
नमस्कार.